Hey everybody, Jonathan here, and today we're going to be going over a bird dog and a reverse bird dog, remembering that reverse means that we're facing the back, no prefix, it's facing forward, starting with reverse bird dog. This is an oblique exercise, but it's also full body, and I say that if there's one exercise that you can do at home to get better on the reformer, it is a bird dog. It's going to be performed on one white spring with 2 as a modification. Kneel on the front platform with our knees wide and our hands down onto the carriage on all fours. Push the carriage 1 or 2 inches out so that it challenges our core so that we have to keep it from moving. We're going to lift up the left arm first. We're going to lift the right leg up second, point our toes or flex our feet. And we want a soft bend in the right elbow that's anchored onto the carriage. Draw the belly button up and in, and then begin with an exhale as we slowly bend our left elbow and our right knee in towards the belly button. And then inhale as we lengthen our arms to go out. When we lift up our left arm, we're working our left oblique. When we lift up the right arm, we're working the right oblique. Remember that so you know which way that you're working on. For anybody that needs a modification, both hands can be down, one leg can be out, and if it's the left oblique, then the right leg needs to lift. They need to keep their hips squared and bend the knees underneath the hips, and then lengthen the legs slowly to go back. What you can do to challenge your clients with both hands down is to try to put more weight in the hand that is in line with the leg that is lifted, with little weight in the target hand for the target oblique. When we're in a regular bird dog this way, it would be the same thing if both hands were down because you want little weight in this hand. What you're going to notice in a bird dog position is that some people, their hips are going to be either too high with the leg that is lifted or too low. And you got to come by and you have to use 2 fingers. And then what I would do is lift up until they're tabletop. If you start to see people's back arching like this, I use my 2 fingers and lightly press up underneath the belly button to raise the belly or the stomach up, flattening out the back so that they're not arching their back. Facing forward, it would be the same thing where our knees are wide apart on the carriage, our hands are on top of the platform, knees that go back 2 to 3 inches. The right oblique, our right hand goes up. Our left leg goes up to either point our toes or flex our feet with a soft bend in the anchored arm so that there's tricep activation and less weight going into the wrist. From here, same thing. Exhale as we bend the knees and the elbows towards the midline. And then inhale as we lengthen the arms out. And for your challenges, pulses down and up. A very good cue is lift your arm from your shoulder and squeeze your butt to lift your leg. If someone's lifting their leg without squeezing their butt, they might be lifting from their lower back, and that will not feel comfortable for them. And if you think about lifting your arm from your shoulder, the arm should feel a lot heavier, meaning that you're going to get a lot more out of it. Because if you just lift and lower from your hand, it's not the same as lifting it from your shoulder. If someone with really bad wrist is not able to do this exercise, they could go down to their forearms like so, lift up one leg, bend underneath, lengthen away, or have a backup plan for them if they cannot perform the exercise. And the go-to for me, side plank. Remember that when we're doing side plank, the forearm closer to the center of the carriage is better and more modified for people because then there's more surface area underneath you versus when your hand and forearm are closer to the edge. If you start to see people sink their shoulders or sink their oblique, left hand up, reach up to the sky, looking up at the hand, taking the weight out of the shoulders, lifting the right oblique, and that is a reverse bird dog and a bird dog. Thank you for your time. See you next time.